Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'll be teaching you how to solve the Rubik's Cube with the 2-look or the beginner CFOP method. And CFOP stands for cross, F2L, OLL, and PLL, which are the 4 main steps in this method. So anyways, why don't you like, subscribe, and let's get to the video. So in this tutorial, all you'll be needing is a Rubik's Cube, like normal, and some good things that you should learn before learning this method is the beginner method, which you can find a link to right there and in the video description. And with the beginner method, I would recommend you average around 1 minute, maybe 1:10 when you try to learn CFOP. So yeah, let's get to the first step. So for the first step for this method, CFOP, is to make a white cross, kind of like in the beginner method. Although with the CFOP, you want to make your cross without making the daisy. And to do that, it's quite simple. It's basically the same principle, except you don't put everything up in the top layer first. So one thing that would be good to know, very helpful when you're trying to solve with the daisy, is that these pieces are actually in the right place. See, green, red, and blue, these are actually in the right place. And I can show you that by just turning the bottom layer, and now they're in the right place. They're just misoriented. So you want to put in these edges, the cross edges, beside the right pieces. And you can see that by the color scheme here. Orange center, it's to the right of green, green is to the right of red, and red is to the right of blue. And then orange is to the left of blue, or blue is to the right of orange. So then if we look at blue, we know that because of these two centers, that red should be to the right of blue. So now look here. And yes, red is to the right of blue. Good. And then we can just put in these pieces by seeing which center the edge you're trying to put it in. We look at the center that the edge is connected to, the edge you're trying to put in. So not the white color, but the other color is attached to this center, the red center. So that we can just bring the open spot, put it in, and then solve it again. And there we have the cross. Now another example for the cross. Here we have only blue that's solved here. And what we can do is red goes in straight away like that, because, well, they're both attached to the red centers. For this piece, we know that blue should be opposite green. So we can make blue opposite to green like that. Put this in, and then readjust like that, because now blue's right, red's right, green's right. Orange is in the top layer, so we can solve this like the daisy. And now we have the white cross done. So the next step for the CFOP method is F2L, or the first 2 layers, in which we will be solving the first and the second layer. So 4 of these corner edge pairs. And at the start, you can use beginner method to solve the first 2 layers, but it's worth it to learn F2L, since it saves lots of moves, and it's just overall way quicker than beginner's method. So after you learn OLL and PLL, or maybe straight away now, you should learn the beginner version of F2L, which I'll go through right now. So the principles of F2L is that we're trying to solve the pairs together. So we're trying to solve, for example, this pair at the same time. So to do that, first, let's try to solve this orange, green, and white piece with beginner method. It would just be up, left, down, right. Simple. Now, look what piece came in here. It's the red-green. And where was the red-green at the start? The red-green was here. So when we do up, left, down, right, the 4 moves. It's this piece that goes in with this corner. And how we use this to our advantage is we'll just put the piece that we need to put in here with this corner, this piece. We'll just put that piece there and then solve it like normal. Then it's also important to look what's the second color here. So the green will be attached to that green. So that sticker or color, this side of the piece, will attach to that side of the piece. So we want the green side of this piece to be there. And there's actually 2 ways you can put it in, because if we just rotate and then do the reverse of the 4 moves, so we'll see that it's a different piece that goes in here. And we can also see, if I just do it slowly, that is just this whole pair right here will go in together. So how we use this to our advantage and solve 2 pieces at once is that first we want the edge right here and the corner right here to be in the top layer. Check, they're in the top layer. Now step 2, we don't want them attached. So what we do is we split them up by holding an unsolved slot. So this is the F12 slot in the front right. So there's nothing here. And we can put the corner in a way that it's not attached to this edge. Or sorry, if you pull down the right side, it will be up then, I guess, that it separates them. You can move it away, bring this one back up, so we saw the cross again, and now they're not together again. So what we do after that is we look and we try to see where should this edge go. If the top colors of both the corner and the edge are the same color, here we have orange and orange, then what we want to do is put this one attached to this edge. If this was instead the other way, so green was on top, then we want it to be where it is now. So how we can move this one here is basically the same thing. We hide it, make sure that we're not bringing up anything that's solved here. So we can hide the corner, move this one beside this corner. So move the edge beside the corner. So when we bring the corner back up, they attach. And then we can rotate and put it in like normal. Or in this case, with the reverse 4 movers. So instead of on the left hand, up, right, down, left, we can do right, up, left, down. Now, after that, we look and try to find another pair in the top layer, which we don't have. Then we can look and see if we can get up a piece in the top layer. And that we do just like normal, just make sure we're not putting in the matching corner when we take it out. So what we can do is, here we can just do the 4 moves on the left hand, which brings this edge out. Then we put this corner on top where it needs to go, and look, blue and blue, they're not attached, but then we look at the colors, they're both blue, so you want them to be together. So we look back here, good, there's nothing solid back there, attach them, put them in with the reverse sexy. This one just seemed to attach itself, so I can put it in. And then here, in this case, we have 2 pieces. They go together, then the top layer. That's good. Then we want to separate them. How can we do that? Well, if we try this, try to do it, you see that they're both still together, and there's like they both get hidden. We don't want both to get hidden, so we can just turn, and we can find that doing it like we just gotta look around and then find a way to split them up without destroying the pair in the back, which would be having a solved slot at the back, right? And then you can separate them like that. It's just, this is mostly all intuitive, so just practice. And then we can look, and you want to make sure that the corner can be solved in 4 moves. So doing up, left, down, right on the right hand won't do anything, but rotating and then being able to do the 4 moves, that's perfect. Then we check the top are blue and red, so they do not go beside each other. They have to go off on the opposite side. But how do I know if it goes here or there? Well, if you just put your hand, if you see this this white sticker right here, what's that, or where's it pointing? It's pointing that way. So put your finger in that direction and put it down on the cube. Then you can see that the piece either goes there or there. We know it can't be attached to it, to the corner, this edge, because the top are opposite colors, or not the same color, sorry. So then we know that we have to bring this one and put it, well, where it is now. Then we can do the 4 moves on the left hand, because then we can put the corner in one sequence of 4 moves. There we have the first 2 layers. So let's just go through some more examples. Here, let's see, here we have this corner. It is blue and orange. So we want the blue and orange edge to be up here on the top layer. We can do that. It's right here with up, right, down, left, the 4 moves to bring it back up into the top layer. Then we want these to be either apart or together, and we can check where this edge needs to be by putting our finger, point it in the same direction as the white sticker, and put it down. And here we see that they obviously go together like that. So then we look at the back, we see there's nothing here. So then we can hide this edge without destroying anything, and then just turn the top layer two times, because then we can attach them together. And then just solving this either with, right here, we can solve it with the reverse 4 moves. So there, now we have that pair solved. Next we can look at this one, the red and blue corner edge pair. Now if we put our finger down, maybe we should do the other finger on this side because the white's pointing that way, so we put it down, look at it, and we see that the edge needs to go either there or there. We see that the color of the edges, or should the edge and the corner, are both red, so they have to go beside each other. And we can do that by look at the back. There's nothing here, so we won't be destroying anything. Hide the edge, hide the corner, get the edge into place, put the corner back up, and then solve this with reverse 4 moves here. Sorry, like this. Then next we can take this pair, and if white is up, then I didn't go over this in the first part of that we did about this, but what we do is just do the 4 moves once and then twice, and then we have either the white on the front or on the side, which we can now work with. And first up we have to split this, so look at the back, nothing here, and we can split it up by hiding the corner, move that out, move it back up. Then we can do our check. White's here, put our finger down, has to be either here or here. these are opposite colors, so they do not go together. So look again. This is nothing worth saving. It can be destroyed. We don't care about it. So we hide the corner, move the edge into place, move the corner back up. And now there's our pair. So now we can just solve this with the 4 moves. And then finally we have this pair. So we can put both pieces in the top layer. Then we can look what's there. So we put it in the same way, put it down, has to go here, either here or here. Red and red, so these are the same colors, so they go together. So we can look, if I bring that corner down like that, this piece will be destroyed. We don't care about that. So then we can pair them up and then solve them with the reverse sexy. And that's the first 2 layers. If this is too confusing for you, then just use regular beginner methods, so like corners first and then edges first, and then try to learn this later. Comment down below if you need help. You can leave a question on there. Comment if I should make a full F2L video, because this was not that advanced tutorial. This was just trying like the very basics. I can make another video if you want more tips, tricks, and maybe, yeah, some more info about F2L. But yeah, let's get to the next step of CFOP. So next part of CFOP is the O, which stands for OLL, or orient the last layer, which will make the whole top area right here, the whole top area of the cube. So this part will all be yellow. And well, in advanced OLL, you'll be doing that in 1 algorithm. And there's a ton of cases. So there is a simpler version, which is called 2-look, which means first you'll start by making the yellow cross, and then you'll be solving the whole layer. Now, to do the cross, it's the exact same thing with beginner, and you can do it like that, but there's like another algorithm you can learn, very simple, very similar to the one we already know, and it will make this a lot simpler and a lot easier. So just as a repetition, the algorithm we use is putting the front down, up, left, down, right, put the front back up. And that solves the line case, if the line's like that. Now, for the L case, or I call this the L case, I don't know what other people call it. I call it L. I think some people call it boomerang. But how in beginner method, how we would do this is basically you would do the algorithm for a line twice, but we can do it in a way better way. We can either put the front down, do the 4 moves twice, and that solves it. Or what we can do is put the L down to the right, and then put the front 2 layers down. Not just the first one, but the 2 front layers. So the front layer and the middle layer down, do the 4 moves, and then do both those layers back up, and there we have the L, or sorry, the cross. And now for the dot, what I do is I do first the algorithm for the L. So I use front goes down, up, left, down, right. Sorry, front and the middle layer go down, up, left, down, right. Put the front back up, and then we see that we just have a line case right here. Now, you can also do the line algorithm first. So front goes down, up, left, down, right. Front goes back up. And then you see we have the L. And then we can do the front 2 layers down, up, left, down, right. Front 2 layers go back up. And there we have the cross. Now for the second part of OLL, or orient the last layer, we will making the whole top layer yellow. And there are 7 cases for this, which means 7 different algorithms. So this is where you might want to start practicing and learning. So let's start with the 2 that you already know, which are soon and anti-soon. They look like this, and you'll recognize these cases by looking at the corners. And soon, that algorithm you already know from beginner method. This is the one we use to put the edges, the cross edges, in the right place. But how we will be using it is, if you ever see on a step that there's one corner that's pointing upwards, like the yellow part's pointing upwards, and all of these yellow corners, the yellow stickers on them, are pointing to the right. So this one's on the right side, that's on the right side, and that's on the right side. Then you'll know to do the soon, which is just up, left, down, left, up, twice on top, and down, which you should already know from before with the beginner method. And now, if you see the opposite, which is one corner up, the other side pointing up, but the yellow side's on the left side of the cube now, then you do the same thing but on the left hand, which would be up on the left, then right on the top layer, down, right, up on the left, twice on the top layer, and then down. Now those are the soon cases. After soon, we'll do this case, which is called T, and you recognize this by having 2 corners that are up, or sorry, 2 corners with the yellow sides facing up, and they're beside each other, and then one pointing to the left, and one pointing to the right, like the yellow stickers, one's pointing to the left, one pointing to the right. And what you would do for the T is, it's pretty simple. All you do is you do up, left, and then down, but with only the right side. So you start with up with both the middle and right layer, left, top layer, down with only the right layer, right on top layer, down with both layers, like the middle and the right, put the front down, and then bring only the right layer up, not the middle, and then bring front back up, and that is T. Now, let's, don't want to do that. Let's do L case. This is L. You see it by having 2 diagonal, or 2 corners with yellow facing up that are diagonal of each other, and then 2 corners that are not facing up. And the way you want to hold it is one yellow pointing towards you, and one yellow pointing to the right. And what you would do here is front goes down, then the right side goes down, front goes up, and then both the middle and the right layer go up. And then you move the top layer to the right, bring up on the right hand side, bring the top layer back to the right, and then move both the middle and the right layer down. This is the exact same thing as the T case, except it's in reverse. So this is the L case. Sorry, that's the T case, and this is the L case. The exact same thing, but in reverse of each other. Now next, we'll do the H case, which looks like this. It has 2 corners that are pointing this way, or headlights. These are headlights. We have 2 headlights. We have 1 pair here pointing towards you, and 1 pair here pointing away from you. So basically 2 lines like this. And how you solve this one is pretty simple. You hold them 2 facing you, 2 facing away. Put the front down, Then you do sexy move, or the 4 moves from beginner method and F2L. You do that 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, and you bring the front back up, and that's the H case. And then what we can do is the pi case, which is this one's pretty. It's maybe a little bit harder to learn, but it's still pretty simple. How you recognize this is you got one set of headlights here, and the other 2 corners, once they're facing opposite directions. So these 2 are pointing that way, and then they're facing opposite directions. You want to hold the headlights to the left, and then you move the right side up, double on the top layer, move the right side up twice, right on the top layer, right goes down twice, that goes back, or sorry, the top layer goes to the right. Then you do double on the right side again, then double on the top layer, then you move the top layer up 1 more time, and there you have pi. The next case, and I think it's the final case that we have, is the U case. I just did the wrong algorithm. Hold me 1 sec. I did it wrong again. How am I? There we go. Here we have U case. And so this one, what you have is, for the case, it's 2 yellows, corners facing upwards, and then 2 headlights. You want to hold the headlights on the back, and then you want to do this algorithm. It's basically a soon, but from the back, so it can be down on the right side, left on the top layer, or sorry, right on the top layer, up on the right side, right on the top layer, up, down on the right side, twice on the top layer, move the right side back up, and then you see that you just have a soon case. And boom, now you know all the OLL algorithms. And now we're at the last letter of CFOP, which is permute the last layer, or PLL, which has a couple algorithms here. In total, it's 6 algorithms, and you'll be using 2 of them. So first, what we're going to do is solve the corners, and then we're going to solve the edges. So to start, the first algorithm we'll be learning will be what's called a wipe term. Pretty simple, and it goes like this. Front goes down, and the right side goes up, right on the top layer, down on the right layer, then you go right on the top layer, up, and then left, down, and the front goes up again. And then we do up, left, down, right. Right goes down, front side goes down, right goes up, front goes up. Now that is wiper. And the next algorithm we'll be learning for the first part of PLL is the T-perm, which looks like this. It's literally almost the exact same as a wiper, except you switch it around a little bit. Just take the first part, put it at the back, so you do the second part first and then the first part. So it starts with up, left, down, right. Right side goes down, front, up, front goes back. And then you do the first part, which was front goes down, up, right, down, right, up, left, down, front. And what's cool with this is that when you're solving, you can actually remove 2 front moves. So with this only T-perm, so up, left, down, right goes down, then front, then up here. Instead of doing front goes up and then front goes down again, you can just skip the front and then go straight into up again. So So instead of up, front, front, up, you would instead go double up, and then the rest. And that is T-perm. And now, how to use this, which is obviously very important. So basically, for T-perm, what we're looking for is headlights. So here we have headlights, because they're the exact same color, and they're pointing the exact same way, or direction, sorry. So then we hold headlights to the left. Then we do the T-perm algorithm, which is up, left, down, right, down on the right front, up twice on the right side, and then right with the top layer, down the right layer, right again with the top layer, then up, left, down, front goes up. And that's T-perm. And we do that for every single time there is headlights. This, if there's just a line here, this is also headlights, because just imagine we're just not looking at the edge piece, so we're only looking at the corners, and here we see the headlights. So we do T-perm algorithm, and now all the corners are solved. Then we can do the same thing with this one. Here we have headlights, hold to the left, up, left, down, right, down, front, up twice, right, down, right, up, left, down, front side goes up, and there we have all the corners solved. And for the second one, which was Y-perm, basically for any other time, if there are no headlights, we do Y-perm. So like that was front goes down, up, right, up, left, down, right, or sorry, front, not right, front, and up, left, down, right, down, front, up, front. Y-perm. See this one? This one has no headlights, so we do this algorithm, and now all the corners are solved. And then finally, one more example. Here, there are no headlights right here, so we do the same. And all the corners are now solved. So that was the first part of PLL. Now we're just getting to the second part, which will be very fun. It's the last step of the method as well, so let's get to that. Now for the final step of the CFOP method, we'll be learning a new type of move, the M move. So M is this middle layer right here, and to do an M move, if you want to push an M up, then we take your ring finger, and let's do this, and push up, like that. Ring finger push up, and do a double move, so like this, a double M move. What I do is ring middle, but you can also do middle ring, which I'm much worse at. So for M, if you want to push the M layer up, just push with your ring finger, and to the double you do ring finger and then middle finger. And to the M layer downwards, you just use the either middle finger or ring finger and pull it up. And of course you can use middle finger for M moves as well, but I recommend doing ring finger. And now that we know how to do M moves, we can get into learning the algorithms and the cases for PLL, the final step of PLL. So the first algorithm we're learning is called H-perm. All the PLLs have a name, which is a letter and then perm. So for H-perm, what we're doing is do the middle layer twice. So remember that's middle, or sorry, ring middle. So ring middle, and then to the right or to the left. With the top layer, I always go right because it's easier, because I do the M moves with my right hand and then the rest with my left hand. So you do middle twice, push it to the right, the top layer to the right. And then we want to do middle twice again, and then twice with the top layer. And then do middle twice again, and then move the top layer to the right again. If you chose left at the start, then you do to the left, but I do right, so I do right again, and then I do middle twice again. And that is H-perm. Next one is Z-perm, or Z-perm, however you want to say it. So this one's a bit longer, so just pay attention. What you do is N goes up, then you move the top layer to the right. Then you do M twice, top layer to the right. N twice, top to the right. Then we do the middle up, top twice, M twice, middle twice. And there we have Z or Z perm. And of course, you can choose to do the use to the left, but then just remember to do all the use to the left instead of to the right. The next one is U-perm, and there's two types of U-perms. There's the UA perm, and there's the UB perm. So the UA perm goes like this. Basically, it's either you move the top layer to the left or to the right. But anyways, UA perm, if I have this correctly, which I think I do, is middle twice, and then for A it's to the left, so top layer to the left, and then middle goes down, and then top layer goes, you turn it twice, so it doesn't matter which way, but twice on the top layer, and then the middle goes up, and then you do you do the top layer to the left again, and then you do the middle twice. So middle twice to the left with top layer, down with the middle layer, twice on the top layer, middle layer goes up, and then top layer to the left, and then middle layer twice. That is UA perm. And then there's UB perm, which is the exact same thing, except the U's or the top layers go to the right. So middle goes twice, then you do to the right, top layer to the right, sorry. Then you go, middle layer goes down, top layer goes twice, middle layer goes up, top layer goes to the right, and then middle layer twice. So A is to the left, B is to the right. So that's A, and then this would be B. And those are all the algorithms that we'll be using. And now for the cases, here we have the Z or Z perm. This one's pretty easy to recognize. Basically, there's no solved edge, and basically you have a swap to the side. So this one's supposed to be there, that one's supposed to be there, and then this one's supposed to be there, that one's supposed to be there. So it's just a swap, or two swaps. So these are the same, those are the same, or these swap, those swap, sorry. And then what you do is you hold two that need to be swapped with each other, so red and green have to swap with each other, one at the front, one to the right, and then you do the Z perm or Z perm algorithm. So middle layer up, U to the right, middle layer twice, top to the right, middle layer twice, top to the right, middle layer, double on the top layer, and then middle layer twice. And then you just gotta turn the top layer until you solve the cube. The next one we'll be looking at is the H-perm, which is pretty easy. It's just two swaps straight like that. So these two have to swap, these two have to swap. Basically, there's the opposite color there. And this one, once again, was pretty easy algorithm. So it was middle twice, one to the right, middle twice, double on the top layer, middle twice, top layer to the right, middle twice. And that's the H-perm. The next one we have, or the next two that we have, these are very similar, are the, these are the U-perms. I will just have to quickly just make this easier like that, I think. yeah. So we'll start with the UA perm. I'm pretty sure this is the UA perm. But basically with the U perms, how I think of it, which one do I do? Is it one with the U moves to the left or to the right? I look. This is the only one that has one solid edge. Then I look, which piece has to get to the other side? This blue one has to get to the other side because blue is on the opposite of this blue. Green is going to the right and red is going to the right. So then I think, if blue has to go to the left side, blue has to get there. Then I'm going to do my U moves that way. So, and there we go. So just undo that. Blue, trying to get there, trying to get to the left side. So I'm going to do it to the left. And then if we look on this one, we see that red is going to the left, blue is going to the left, green's getting to the, wants to go to the other side, and green needs to go to the right. So I do it to the right, so. And there we go. And that is CFOP for you. So yeah, like, subscribe, check the comments and the description, because I will put some extra info if you need it there. And comment what you think, comment what I can do better, if you have more suggestions, if there's something that you want to learn. Then again, I'm not the most experienced cubist, so I don't know all the algorithms and methods. But yeah, just keep practicing and do learn F2L, because it will help you. And yeah, like, subscribe like I already said before, and leave a like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.